So, having a nice hike tonight. It's a good fun night. I've hiked up above the highway, and we're having a good evening. I brought my supper up tonight, and you guys come with me for a minute. We'll walk out here. Maybe you want to just hang there, eh, guys? That's okay. We'll come over here. You guys are going in the direction of where I'm going. Here, buddy. Spin right around here. Come right around here. Turn around here. What have you been doing, mister? What have you been doing? You better sit down and relax. So we didn't climb too far tonight. We live just down in the valley, and I'm hiking with my old boy Takoda and his great-granddaughter Letta. This is Letta. This is Kai and Pretty Boy Leaf daughter. And I've got pups from Kai and Pretty Boy Leaf back in the yard right now. And so this is pretty much what's coming. This is pretty much what's coming right here. Magnificent dog, this Letta. So she's a good hiker. And I wanted to touch a little bit tonight on the work and the effort that you want to put into a pup. And the key thing with a pup, when you're training a pup, I'm getting a lot of questions on it because we raise pups, we sell Elkhounds, so I get a lot of questions on it. I train the pups up here. But what you want to do is you want to work them into it. And on a pup, you see, you work them one day, go a distance, and then you take 2 days that's just nice, easy going, nowhere near as far. It's kind of like a bodybuilder. You take a couple days off, but you still do light work so they don't get stiff. And then the third day, you go just a fraction further, and 2 days off. Third day, fraction further, 2 days off. And the days off, of course, they'll play and they'll wrestle and they'll train and they'll do short stuff around, but you don't do any real hard uphill climbs and stuff. And you slowly work their range further and further and further. By 16 weeks, you got a really stout dog, and you can hike quite a ways with a 16-week-old dog. And if you're hiking when it's cool, and if you're going on side hills, and not straight up, of course, but go on side hills and back and forth like that, and lots of stops, of course, you gotta stop a lot. Letta, come by me. And the stops are crucial with a pup, so that when you get to a point where you want to stop and have supper, like I'm going to, Letta, come by me. Good girl. You get this kind of behavior, right? Just boom, she'll go and roam, but she's right here. Now Letta's just over a year, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that, not very old. I think she was out of the last litter of Kai, which was about a year ago. So just a beautiful young dog. And what you want to do with these young pups is develop them on that stage, a little more work all the time. and never in hot weather, of course, and always with lots of stops. And that way they get a chance to pant, to cool down, to get their wind again, and then you can carry on, do a little more work, and go. But you always give them that time off in between, about 2 days, but you work them like just around local, not a 2-mile hike or anything. And then you go a little further the next time. Now I can go with 16-week-old pups. I can go 12K easy, and 6 one way, 6 back type of thing. And we take our time, but not a problem for them. Now I'll put that. They want to hang out over there. We'll let them hang out. The key with that pup training is the time off. So all of their development and muscles and everything gets built back up. Now, you got to feed good. If you're not going to feed good, then good luck. So feed raw, feed real good, feed lots of high energy food, good food. This is got a lean to it here. Maybe I can start this a little better. Maybe not a little better yet. I'll try this one. It's probably better. Hey, where'd you guys go? They're way over there. Well, that's neither here nor there. I wanted to talk about that. I guess we can still watch them. I don't know if you can see them. Maybe not. She's way up that cliff there. So on those pups, yeah, you work them a little bit each day, but the hard work is every 3rd day, and that's where they get their development. Yeah, she's trying to catch a rodent over there. Well, good for her. She's been rodent hunting her whole life. Very, very good dog that way. Now Takoda, he might not catch nothing. He's winded. He's like me. So we get up here, we gotta take a break. Kai! Or no, that's not Kai. Letta! Takoda! What are you guys doing? You come by me for this video. We were talking here about you guys. Letta, Takoda, come on. Where you at, Takoda? What are you doing, buddy? Come by me. Who knows? So, on that pup work, you've got to cement in that recall while you're doing your hikes. You've got to stop, build that bond, cement that recall in, so that when you have a trip like this, Letta can go over to that range there and not return when I call her. No, she would come if I really wanted her. She knows I don't want her, so that's okay. She's not going nowhere. Letta is so fantastic. Letta's a 4th generation dog for us, so she can do whatever she likes. She's good. Now it's nice to have these guys with me. We're in British Columbia, Canada, and these are extremely good hiking dogs. They're excellent family dogs, but they're really nice for this hiking and this sort of thing. In case you guys didn't know, BC has a great population of wildlife and regions to hike in, and these dogs are exceptional because they watch for me on the trail. Now, BC, of course, has a lot of bear, like somewhere around 120,000, maybe 150,000 black bear, just in this province alone. And so there's you're running into some bear scat on a regular basis, and bear is fairly regular if you're out in this part of the world, of course, this terrain. And so the dogs are real nice because they let me know where they are, and then we're quite comfortable around them. We can just motor around them, but it's very, very good to have these mechanisms, these warning mechanisms. And I want a whole lot better to bear spray. Well, I won't downplay bear spray. Lots of people use it. But I just as soon have the dog. And these are not dogs that freak or go crazy or anything like that and cause you any kind of problems. These are dogs bred in one of the other highest populations of bear regions in the world. It's the northern Sweden area, so that's where these guys come out of. So high density bear populations there too. So they're very, very skilled for thousands of years. Now, Letta, hey Letta, why don't you come back up? She's just over the hill there, and I don't blame her. I mean, there's so many rodents up here. But when you're working your little pup there, and you're out here, you see these stops are very, very nice for you to build the ability for that dog to hang around. And it gives them time to rest. Now, keep in mind in the summer as it heats up, you've got to hike late in the day like this. And we hike early mornings, we hike late day. And so it'll be dark when we get home pretty much. And it's cool right now. And so they can motor around. We don't hike at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, of course, at 25 degrees. So you go hiking in late day, early morning, and they can handle that. Now they're blowing their coats out. They're double coat dogs, and they're blowing their coats out right now. Most of them are out, but Letta's is still blowing a little bit, and Takoda's got a few remnants, but Letta is just nicely coming. Now this will be her first blowout, so it doesn't come that much. So that's the other thing you got to remember on your little pup. Depending on the time of year you get them, they don't blow out their coat that first year. So they are running double coat the whole time. So you have to remember that. And they will heat up a little bit faster than, say, a dog that's got the inner coat gone. Then after that they blow every year, every spring. A little bit in the fall before their new winter comes in. But spring for sure, and then a little bit in the fall. Now I won't talk a lot more tonight. I think if you've got some questions on setting the pup up or stamina or training or anything like that, you can always email me. And I'll try and cover it in the videos and or answer you directly too. But right now I've got my hands full with pups, so you might not get a response right away. But every night we gotta run some big dogs, run some pups in the morning, and do some DESNA work and chores, of course, and everything else. So literally 4 hikes a day pretty much. Well, that's pretty good. Alright, Letta, you just come say hi. Ah, she's not coming over. Forget that. You go ahead, Letta. That's alright. I'm going to have my supper.